What's up, everybody? This is Tim Rice, your life coach. And today's video message is notice behavior. We're talking now a lot about modern and traditional women. When you notice the behavior, I'm going to say something very deep today. It's probably going to rock your mind, right? But nobody can question, contest, or debate it. To be in a relationship with a modern woman is beta. I'm going to tell you why. Modern and traditional are based on behaviors. And we all know that what traditional behavior is. And in the end, traditional behavior ends when a woman is with a man in a long-term relationship. The woman is submissive, obedient, and she's a nice person. You understand? You can't try to be in a relationship with a woman that's not like that. And how I love to explain this is that if you go to get a job and you are an employee, when you are insubordinate, you're going to get punished because that particular behavior is unbecoming of that particular job. So in the end, do not be sitting around trying to date somebody with the behavior that does not fit the job description. You understand? A traditional woman is designed to be in a family, having children, and to be underneath her man and to be basically his helpmate. Traditional women don't think or do anything of that nature. So it's like you're trying to change the job description for a woman to fit into it. And the last thing a man does is compromise his life for a woman. So you have to understand, women are here to accommodate you, okay? And if you don't live life like that, that woman will only bring you stress. So let's get back to it. Behavior. Getting into a relationship with the behavior of a modern-minded woman, getting into a long-term relationship is like being in a relationship with a man. And I know you're going to say, well, Tim, who can we be in a relationship with? Most women of the world, especially in America, especially in the West, are modern. Exactly. As men, we can't get caught up too much into modern society. As men, we're here to live our best lives. We're here to become the best versions of ourselves. You see, all of your behavior, the number one thing that shows alpha behavior, the number one thing is following behind your passion. That's the number one thing. Because when you're following behind your passion, that gives you a certain level of confidence. And confidence is the number one thing that attracts a woman to you. That's why women love men with money and love men that are famous, ball players, things of that nature, okay? When you exude a certain confidence, a woman will look at you and say, wow, what's up with him? And she becomes interested. And the difference between beta and alpha, the biggest thing I notice is that alphas are men of principle. They have certain rules and laws that you have to live by. They have boundaries that you can't cross. They don't lead with their money. Betas do that. That's beta behavior. So don't get it twisted and think that, that people are alpha and beta. No, I'm not saying people are that. I'm saying their behavior, things that they do, and how we perceive it can be alpha and beta. And women are professionals at being able to detect what's alpha and what's beta. And what you have to understand is that modern women have to have two men. You understand? They want the traditional man that's the provider, right? And then also they want the protector. And very rarely will a modern woman pick an alpha male, because he's just being with him is too cumbersome for her. She'll feel like she's in jail with him. You understand? She has to really pair bond with this dude. And understand, alphas aren't going to just pick any kind of women. Alphas don't normally pick women with a bunch of children, or that have negative attitudes, that are gold diggers, that are just damaged. You understand? Alphas, they just don't pick women that's going to give them challenges and problems. An alpha wants a woman that fits into his lifestyle. And his lifestyle almost is never going to be anything that's going to cause him drama or stress. That's the difference between an alpha and a beta. So the woman can be as pretty as she wants to be. It does not matter if he's true alpha behavior. He's going to choose something that brings him peace, or that is a peaceful person. He's never going to choose a woman that is going to give him a bunch of stress. And if he can't correct her behavior within a relationship with that woman, alpha just simply walk away. They just sit back and talk with women and get into combative situations with women. Alphas just walk away. We don't take that type of behavior. We walk away and we never look back. And if that woman comes back, she has to come back with correct behavior to be with us. So always when you're living life, notice behavior of everyone around you. We're not governed by government. We're governed by behavior. It's our true nature. You understand? And it doesn't matter if you're talking about men or women. This video is specific for women, but in all walks of life, people are governed by their behavior. If you notice somebody and you keep quiet and you observe, you're going to notice a certain behavior, a certain pattern. Then they can't change it, and they're not going to change it. This is just who they are. And this is how you really develop yourself in life and really be able to see what the world is doing to you. Because see, to be the best version of yourself and to be an alpha male, an international alpha male, because that's what this channel is all about, you have to first accept the fact that in America, the average man cannot allow himself to be in a relationship with a modern woman, because all she's going to do is destroy. That's what modern means. And I'm saying that as nicely as I possibly can. I don't think there's anything wrong with modern women. They're just not, they don't qualify to be wives in traditional relationships. And any man that makes himself a part of a relationship that is not traditional, he is definitely full-grown beta male. That's just the way that it is. And it doesn't matter how much money she has, or none of that stuff. And those are unique situations. So of course, an alpha male will take the money, but under normal circumstances, he is not going to, he's very stoic. He's going to be focused on what he is doing. It's about him. And that woman doesn't fit into his life perfectly, she's worthless to him. You see, beta males are looking for helpmates. And that's always going to end in a horrible situation. And that's not a situation where, how can a man be a leader and have the power in the relationship if he has a helpmate mentality? So that doesn't even make sense. It's like you're putting yourself in a situation where somebody else has governed what the relationship is going to be, and you're trying to tweak it and think there's going to be anything different. When women know exactly how they're going to behave in that relationship before they get there. They know it. And so with that being said, you, in fact, are not going to be in an alpha situation when you're dealing with a modern woman. So that's why I was saying alpha males can't be in relationships with modern women. And you can listen to anybody you want, and they can't question, contest, and debate that. You're only putting yourself in a stressful situation. You understand? As an alpha male, you don't have time to be allowing your energy to be taken by something that can hurt you and damage you emotionally. And that's what being in a modern situation is going to be. And I'm talking from experience. I'm not like, this isn't something I read or seen on TV. I've lived all over the world. I've been retired the last 11 years, and I'm talking to you from experience. As an alpha male, he cannot be in a relationship with a modern woman and think that it's going to turn out okay. It's a waste of his time. The alpha has to focus on his goals, his plans, his passions. He has to get his money straight. He has to be in shape. And notice the behavior. You see a fat man with money, he is not alpha. He's a fat man with money. And that's how he's going to be looked at. And in most cases, he's not going to be viewed seriously by most women. You don't see no fat lions that are alphas that's running the pride. You say, oh, well, we're not animals. No, but if you look at the way that humans behave, it's still war. It's still poverty. How the medical system doesn't want to cure things. These are things that are human in nature. And there's no humility in war, in poverty, and people starving. So we're more like animals than you think we are. And I want you to think about that. Look at the behavior of humans and you'll understand everything I'm saying. If you look at politics, you look at government, you look at everything as being a better version of yourself. Yeah, it's okay, but at some point, you have to develop yourself and move beyond that. Beyond the belief systems of that the government and politics and all these things are going to help you in your life. Yeah, they're going to help you to understand what it is you need to do in order to become a better version of yourself. And at some point, you have to transcend that. So yeah, these things are needed in order to develop ourselves. But at some point, not unless you just do everything behind money. At some point, you're going to have to transcend an ego way of thinking if your goal is to be fulfilled and have peace in life. People that are misguided focus on money, and this is an ego-based life. And I'm never going to tell an American about what he needs to do to make money, because most Americans, they'll work until they die. They're not strangers to work, most Americans, So for me to sit up here and tell you, hey, you want a woman, you got to pay to play. You got to have a sufficient amount of money. But the biggest thing that is super alpha that makes you high value, where you're going to be noticed by women, is simply your confidence. It's simply accepting the abundance mindset. With some women, it's going to be about money. Yeah, you need money. Money is a tool to get you to where you need to be. But the main thing is your confidence level. And being able to see, hey, some women are going to like you, some women aren't. Being able to accept those kind of things in life. And it doesn't matter. My life is fine with you or without you. But my focus is my passion. And your passion is always something that you do for free that you just love doing. For instance, I'm sitting here having this conversation with you guys. I don't know what this channel is going to do. I just know I've listened to a lot of guys talking, and I want to give you something a little different. And what's different about me is that I'm not going to promote you looking for a modern woman at all. But I will promote that all over this globe, you can find traditional women, but not within the so much within the Western culture. You're going to have to go to different places. Africa, Philippines, Colombia, to name a few. And if you go there with a lack of confidence and you go there with your money only, leading with your money, you're going to be in a much worse situation than you were in America. These are skills that you have to develop over time. You have to learn. And as I hear with these videos, I'm actually in the process of working on a book, International Alphas, and I'll give you the blueprint to it. But until then, let's check these videos out. So remember, everything about your life is about your behavior. Simple. When you're dealing with people, and mainly when you're dealing with women, there are two types of women. There's a woman for the streets, and there's a woman for the house. Modern women are outside. No, they're not thoughts, but the end result is that when you try to take a woman simply that has the goal of just saying, hey, I want to work and go to school or something like that, that's what men do. That's aggressive. That's competitive. And something as simple as that creates this in a relationship long term. Because one thing a woman does, the power of independence, it makes them act like a man. And if a woman wants to act like a man, she should be by herself or be with a man that is going to accept that. And that's the beta. But alphas, we don't want that. We are designed to live in peace and live in abundance. How can you live in peace and abundance when you're dealing with a woman that she's never satisfied? Because that's what modern means. It just means she's never satisfied. She's satisfied with two men. She's satisfied with the man that's going to put up with her crap. And she's satisfied with an alpha that ain't going to put up with her crap. And she'll just go right back and forth between the two. And that's what modern women are doing. If you notice, check it out. Look at them. And you got modern women that are married that's doing that. This is Tim Rice. I hope this video was helpful. Give me some comments down below and let me know what you think. Ride with me, fellas.